Sweethearts!
It's Lyric.
And Catherine.
And this is
Bird's Eye View!
Episode 3.
Today we're going to be talking about colleges and all the different programs, pros and cons, and all the questions you guys might have.
We are quickly approaching summer. And for some, especially those applying early decision, this is coming up on essay time. So we reached out.
And we're going to be answering some of Lincoln's questions.
Yes. Let's get started.
Yeah.
So first up, what is the difference between undergraduate and graduate degrees? So an undergrad degree is typically going to be 2 years. An undergraduate degree follows immediately after high school and is usually 2 or 4 years, 2 years for an associate's and 4 years for a bachelor's. And then a graduate degree optionally comes after that, and that would be like a 2-year extension to total to 6 years to get a master's degree, or like 5 to 8 more years to get a doctorate, which is a lot of time.
Universities offer graduate degrees and colleges offer undergraduate. So after high school, everyone's going to be doing undergraduate if you want to, of course.
Good point. The terms are used very interchangeably, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
But generally, a university is offering those forms of higher education beyond just the standard 4-year college experience. Next up.
What makes a college a community college? A
Sorry.
community college is state-supported and it provides 2 years of undergraduate programs, and after that, I'm not really sure what happens.
Good point. Community colleges typically cut it at an associate's degree, but this provides a great opportunity to transfer into a non-community college or university if you want to move up the ladder and get that bachelor's or that master's. And a lot of people save money that way by getting their associates, their first 2 years at community college, and then later transferring to a place like U of O or somewhere a little more costly. They're still able to get that, credential of going to a private university and that, bragging rights.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You still were able to save a huge chunk of loans and payments on your first 2 years.
There's a lot of you're going to a community college,
Right.
That's kind of weird, but I feel like it's really smart in the long run. I think more people should do it because it's just big brain.
And then our final question, what are the pros and cons of a gap year? This is a good one. A gap year comes with a lot of pros. It's kind of a straight pipeline from high school into university, or that's kind of what's expected. But a lot of people benefit from kind of finding their footing and feeling a little more secure in who they are and getting to know themselves and kind of just live life for really the first time in 12 years. Because that's if you take a gap year, that's your first year of bliss, unless you've gone abroad or something, since you were 5. So it's a really nice experience. It can offer a lot of insight, and it can just help kind of prepare you, not so much for college, but just kind of for the world as a whole.
But some cons would be, is that good?
That's perfect.
People could lose momentum. They could be they could just get down in the deeps. They could just fall off, and they could just unlock themselves, and then they'll be uh-oh.
Yeah, a gap year turns into 2 or 3.
Gap year turns into full job at McDonald's.
Okay. I'll also add it can be really expensive, because unless you're actively working, housing, food, all of those things come at a great cost, and especially if you're discussing something like a gap year abroad, or if that's something you're looking at, it's very important that you plan that accordingly on how you want to afford that.
Or else you might turn homeless.
Yeah. And is it really a gap year if you're working a 9 to 5 every day?
Yeah. Is it a gap year, or is it a full-time job at McDonald's? I'm just kidding.
What is it with you at McDonald's? That's our question list for today.
That's a wrap.
Yeah. We really hope that this offered a lot of valuable insight into any questions that might have popped up. Of course, anything else, hit the forms, you know where we'll be. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to another episode of
Bird's Eye View!
Woo! I really don't like how we say